Tony Curtis was born Bernard Swartz on the 3rd of June, 1925, in the Bronx, New York. His parents were Hungarian Jewish immigrants, and he spoke only Hungarian in his early years. He had two brothers, Julius and Robert. Now, Julius was killed by a truck when Tony was only 13 years old. Robert suffered from schizophrenia, an illness that also affected the mother, Helen. He joined the U.S. Navy in World War II, partly because he was inspired by some screen performances by Cary Grant and Tyrone Power. After the war was over, he studied acting in New York and then arrived at Hollywood at the age of 23, and he signed with Universal Pictures. In 1949, he made an uncredited film debut as a rumba dancer in the movie Crisscross. His breakthrough roles came almost a decade later. Performances as a scheming press agent, Sidney Falco, in the 1957 film Sweet Smell of Success, and an Oscar-nominated turn as a bigoted escaped convict chained to Sidney Poitier in The Defiant Ones, making him one of Hollywood's most sought-after leading men. Now, Tony's run of success continued with Some Like It Hot in 1959. He played alongside Marilyn Monroe and Jack Lemmon. By that time, he was already married to actress Janet Leigh. They had two daughters, Jamie Lee Curtis and Kelly Curtis, but they divorced in 1962 after 11 years of marriage. Tony remarried the following year to a girl named Christine Kaufman. The marriage only lasted 4 years and gave Tony Curtis 2 more children. He married Leslie Allen a year after that divorce, with whom he had 2 more children. This time, the marriage lasted 14 years before a split up. He had a 1-year marriage to Lisa Deutsch before marrying Jill Vandenberg, 42 years his junior. In 1998, his son Nicholas, from his marriage to Leslie Allen, died of a heroin overdose at the age of 23. His performance in the title role of the Boston Strangler in 1968 brought tons of praise. But from then on, his movie stardom started to fall. In the 1980s, he took up painting, which kind of became a second career, and some of his canvases were fetching $25,000, especially the ones that he did of Marilyn Monroe. Tony died in his Henderson, Nevada home on September 29, 2010, of cardiac arrest. 5 months before his death, he rewrote his will, naming all his children and intentionally disinheriting them with no explanation. He left his entire estate to his wife. Tony's daughter, Kelly, states that she thinks that the will was changed because of duress, menace, fraud, and undue influence, and actually sued the estate. So far, actress Jamie Lee Curtis has stayed out of the ruckus. It's a sad but all too common story for celebrities and non-celebrities alike. Second marriage situations or fifth marriages like this one often spark dramatic family feuds. The situation is never helped when the surviving widow is younger than some of the children, as in this case. Jill was 42 years younger than Tony and is about 11 years younger than Tony's eldest, Kelly. It's stated that the estate is worth some $60 million, or was at the time of his passing. The children were pretty much estranged from their dad. This being so, they felt like their dad would still not cut them out of the will, and felt like he was probably pressured into cutting them out of the will. I'm not really sure who's telling the truth in this. You see this happen so many times in a death. People get crazy when it deals with death and money. Well, today I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I'm at Palm Memorial Park. A very nice cemetery here. And we're going to visit the grave of Tony Curtis. Let's go look at it. Now here's where Tony lies. He's in an area that's called Legacy. It's toward the back of the park. It's right next to there's a outdoor mausoleum right here, and he's right here. It's kind of hard to read his inscription and everything, and maybe because of the way the sun is hitting it, but he was actually born, his name was Bernard Schwartz. What a crazy name for a guy that went on to be called Tony Curtis. And just tons of pictures, but probably his most significant one was where he was in the movie with Jack Lemmon and Marilyn Monroe, and the name of it was Some Like It Hot. So that was a great movie. Filmed basically all was filmed down in San Diego. But he's the father of Jamie Lee Curtis, and he was married to Janet Leigh from Psycho fame. I'm not sure when they divorced, but heck of an actor, heck of a good actor, and so was his ex-wife and his daughter. But it's got a nice little courtyard that's right here, and it's a locked gate. I think, well, it may be open. I think it is open right now. I don't think it's supposed to be. We'll step over here and kind of look at his inscription a little bit. Still fairly hard to read. But anyway, somebody set some ponies and some horseshoes there. But this is where Tony is buried. So if you're in Las Vegas, come by and pay your respects to him. Thanks for watching.